Day 15, ready to roll, lower body, let's go. Numero uno, your quads. So rolling everywhere between your hip and your knee. Use your arms and your feet to pull yourself back and forth. Just keep this as a movement, so keep rolling up and down. Rest where needed. If you find a particular tender point, do some smaller rolls up and down over that area. Turn onto your side, onto the outside, so you come into your TFL, which is the soft muscle above your ITB, the tendon down the outside of your leg, and just small movements here. If you want to, on a tender point, hold still, and you can bend and straighten your knee, as you'll see me do shortly. But really just see what you feel, have a bit of a play, move around up and down the whole of your quadriceps. Keeping your core strong if you're doing this here. Generally spending anything between 30 seconds to a minute on each area, then change sides. Remembering to breathe. I know this isn't fun, but it's a bit of self-love, a bit of self-care, a bit of self-myofascial release. You're working into the tissue, you're drawing the blood circulation. Still on your quads here, a little bit into that TFL muscle. Notice what you feel one side compared to the other. Just keep moving through it. Good, roll it out. Then next up, we're gonna go to our adductors. So bringing the foam roller vertically in front of you, turn your knee out to a 90-degree angle into a slight plank position, bring the foam roller just inside your knee, roll it all the way up to your hip. Hold it still and bend and straighten your leg for a few reps here. Roll around laterally, so to the side, up and down your inner thigh, and bend and straighten your leg at any point where you feel a bit more of a tender spot. Just keep working through this. Again, you're just playing, see how you personally feel in this area. Change sides. Making sure you have space here to bend and straighten your leg, as I clearly didn't. Bad demo, but holding still, bend and straighten your leg at your knee. Try not to let your back collapse too much as well. It's a really good, juicy adductor stretch. Next up, into your shins. This is a really good one for the runners out there. So muscle on the outside of your tibia called your tibialis anterior. So just to the outside of your shin, bend your knee on top of the roller, roll forwards and backwards from your knee to your ankle, as you can see. Again, in a bit of a plank position. Work through anything between 5 to 10 of these, and then change sides. Again, keeping your core kind of nice and strong here. Still breathing. So just of that outside of your shin. Going to go straight into a stretch after this to open up your ankles and that same area. So resting your feet on the foam roller, sit back onto your heels and feel a nice stretch down the front of your ankle, often neglected. Hold it here, anything to 30 seconds, and then we're going to go into our calves. So same principle as your quads, you're continuously rolling, lift your hips up, use your hands to pivot, put your bum down anytime you need to go further up the calves. Using both legs at the moment, so both your legs are resting on the roller, from your ankles, your Achilles tendon, all the way up to just beneath your knee. So we're not going right under the knee joint, you're leaving that space, you're just purely working in to the muscles in your calf. If you're feeling a bit more brave, one leg at a time, rolling back and forth, same thing. You want to rock side to side. If you find a bit of a juicy tender point, do so, or you can hold on to that spot and bend and straighten your foot. So point your toes and bring your toes back up to you, or draw a little circle with your foot. So you're releasing the tissue as well as trying to mobilize it. Just like this. Remember, we're playing here. You're seeing what feels good for you, where feels tender, where needs a bit more focus, and change sides. As you can see, my calves are pretty tight. Bear with it, we're almost done. We just have hamstrings and glutes to go. Next up, hamstrings. Pretty self-explanatory. Rest one leg onto the roller above your knee, cross the other leg up and over, and just roll back and forth on the inside of your hamstrings, the outside, the middle. Still breathe in. Put your bum down and rest at any point. Change sides. Couple more back and forth, and we switch it up to the glutes. So have a sit on top of the foam roller. Bring your left hand down behind you. Left ankle crosses up and over your right thigh. Lean onto that left glute, your left butt cheek, and same as before, rolling back and forth onto the outside of your glutes. Hold still for a moment, bring your knee to your chest, push your knee away. You can do this as a stretch if you're sat at your desk as well, so just sat on your chair, crossing your knee over, pushing your knee forwards and backwards. You're going to release into your glutes after a day of sitting. Here we go, last part. So onto the right side, your right hand's down, right ankles across your left knee, rolling into the left glutes. Knee comes towards you, away, as many times as you feels good for you. A little more of a roll. We are done. Good job.